What if the coin in your pocket, that small, silver-colored quarter you barely glanced at, turned out to be worth more than a luxury mansion? Or more than the most expensive sports car in the world? What if it was worth over $119 million? Yes, you heard that right. In the mysterious and exciting world of coin collecting, sometimes a single mistake, a single year, and a single overlooked piece of metal can create a treasure so rare, so valuable that it becomes legendary. Today, we are diving deep into the incredible true story of the 1965 USA Liberty Quarter. A coin that changed American currency. A coin born from economic upheaval. And one ultra-rare version of it has shocked the numismatic world with a mind-blowing market value of $119 million. This is not just a story about a coin. This is about history, policy, economics, mistakes, and hidden treasure. And you, watching this right now, could be holding something similar without even knowing it. So sit back. Because what you're about to hear may change the way you look at pocket change forever. Chapter 1. The end of the Silver Age. The year is 1965. The world is in the midst of economic transition. Silver prices are soaring. In the United States, a crisis is quietly growing behind the scenes. The government realizes that the cost of producing silver coins is rapidly surpassing the coin's face value. That means every time the U.S. Mint made a quarter, it was losing money. By 1964, people across the nation were hoarding coins, especially silver quarters, dimes, and half dollars, believing they'd be worth more in melted metal than as currency. And they were right. To stop this, the U.S. Treasury had to act. In 1965, the Silver Age ended. A new law eliminated silver from quarters and dimes. Beginning that year, the United States Mint would strike quarters using a new clad composition, layers of copper and nickel bonded together over a pure copper core. Silver was reserved only for collector items and certain half dollars, and thus, the modern quarter was born. But what no one expected was that this transition would give birth to one of the most valuable era coins ever discovered. Chapter 2. The 1965 Transition Era. Now let's talk about what makes the 1965 Liberty Quarter so incredibly special. During the transition, the Mint had billions of old silver planchets left over. These planchets are the blank discs that are later struck into coins. Despite the change in materials, not all silver planchets were destroyed or removed. And somehow mysteriously some of those silver blanks were accidentally used to strike quarters dated 1965. That means these few 1965 quarters were made not with copper nickel but with the older 90% silver composition. These are known as transitional era coins, and they are among the most prized possessions in coin collecting. Most people would never notice. A 1965 quarter looks like any other at first glance. But for trained eyes and careful fingers, the difference is unmistakable. Chapter 3. How to identify a rare 1965 silver quarter. So how can you tell the difference between an ordinary 1965 quarter and one of these million-dollar rarities? There are a few critical signs. A standard clad 1965 quarter weighs 5.67 grams. But a 1965 struck on a silver planchet weighs approximately 6.25 grams. A digital scale is your most powerful tool here. Regular 1965 quarters show a copper stripe on the edge, a giveaway of the clad layers. A silver quarter has a pure silver edge, no copper visible. Silver coins produce a high-pitched, bell-like ring when dropped on a hard surface. Clad coins give a duller, flatter sound. Under magnification, silver planchets have a slightly softer luster and a more creamy texture than the sharper shine of modern copper-nickel coins. If you find one of these coins, stop immediately. Do not clean it. Do not handle it unnecessarily. And get it professionally graded. Because the next coin like the one we're talking about could make you a millionaire overnight. Chapter 4. The record-shattering coin. Now let's talk about the coin. The $119 million Liberty Quarter. This specific 1965 quarter is not just any silver error, it is a one-of-a-kind anomaly. Graded at MS68+, it is in nearly flawless condition. No scratches, no wear, full original mint luster. It's as if it came off the press yesterday. But what truly sets it apart is this microscopic analysis revealed that this coin was struck using a hybrid transitional die, meaning it contained both design elements from 1964 and 1965. That makes it the only known coin of its kind in the entire world. This unicorn of US coins was first sold privately to a major investor in 2022. The sale price: a staggering $119 million, shattering all previous coin sales and instantly turning this quarter into one of the most valuable coins in human history. Chapter 5: The symbolism of this coin. Why is this quarter so important? Because it's not just about rarity. It's about what the coin represents: the changing of eras, the mistakes of the mint, the secrecy of government policy, and the art of collecting. It's a physical artifact from a moment when America's economy was reshaping itself. This single coin tells a story about inflation, resource shortages, and the need to adapt, and how, even in mass production, a single era can become a legacy. Chapter 6: Could there be more? Here's the big question: are there more of these coins out there? Experts believe that at least a few dozen 1965 silver quarters were mistakenly struck. But fewer than a handful have been officially authenticated. And only one has ever come forward in pristine, investment-grade condition. That means there is still hope. Some of these coins may be hiding in old coffee cans, in coin rolls, or in the back of a grandfather's dresser drawer. That's why collectors and treasure hunters across America are checking every quarter from 1965, searching, hoping, dreaming. And maybe, just maybe, the next great find is still out there. Chapter 7: A coin worth more than gold. Let's be clear. Most 1965 quarters are worth 25 cents. Some uncirculated ones might be worth a few dollars. But the rare silver transitional eras, especially the one in perfect condition, are in a category all their own. The 1965 Liberty Quarter, valued at $119 million, is more than a coin. It's a masterpiece. A moment frozen in metal. A fluke that turned into a fortune. And it reminds us all that the next great discovery could be hiding in plain sight. So check your change. Open that coin jar. Look through those old rolls from the bank. Because one day you might be the one to find the next legendary coin. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the rarest and most valuable coins in American history, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell for more unbelievable stories from the world of rare coins, currency, and collectibles. Until next time, keep searching, keep learning, and never underestimate the value of what's in your hand. What if I told you that a single coin, a simple 25-cent piece from the year 1980, could be worth more than a fleet of luxury cars? More than a private jet? What if I told you it's worth over $113 million? Yes, we are talking about the 1980 Liberty Quarter, a coin so rare, so mysterious, so historically significant, that it has become one of the most valuable modern coins ever known. You might be holding one in your pocket right now. Or maybe it's hidden in an old box of change, collecting dust. But after watching this video, you'll never look at quarters the same way again. This is the fascinating story of a coin that defied the odds. A story of errors, economics, and American history. A story where metal turns to money and money turns into a multi-million-dollar treasure. So stay with me as we journey into the captivating world of the 1980 Liberty Quarter, the coin that shocked the numismatic world and redefined what it means to be rare. Chapter 1: The American Quarter, a symbol of liberty and legacy. Before we dive into the incredible mystery of the 1980 quarter, let's rewind the clock and understand the legacy of the American quarter itself. The United States quarter, or 25-cent piece, was first minted in 1796. Over the centuries, its design has evolved to reflect the culture and identity of the nation. In 1932, the image of George Washington, the first President of the United States, was placed on the obverse side of the coin in honor of the 200th anniversary of his birth. That image, with only slight modifications, continues to this day. The reverse of the coin featured the American eagle, a proud symbol of freedom and strength, until the state quarters program began in 1999. But in 1980, we were still in the classic era of the Washington quarter design, a bold, simple, elegant coin struck in copper nickel, yet holding within it more value than anyone could imagine. Chapter 2: The Denver Mint, and the 1980D coin. The D mint mark on the 1980D quarter tells us it was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the primary mints in the United States alongside Philadelphia and San Francisco. In 1980, the Denver Mint produced over 635 million quarters, a staggering number. And for most of them, that was the end of the story. They were circulated, spent, lost, worn down. Just another quarter among hundreds of millions. But among those coins something went wrong. Or rather, something went right for collectors. A tiny handful, perhaps only one of the 1980D quarters, was struck on a planchet made for a completely different coin using a die that was improperly aligned, with an unreported striking pressure error creating an extraordinary piece unlike any other. Chapter 3: The $113 million error. What makes it so valuable? This coin wasn't just rare. It was anomaly level rare. Here's what happened. One planchet, the blank disc that becomes a coin, was not a standard copper nickel-clad planchet like it should have been. It was instead a leftover 90% silver planchet that somehow made its way into the production line, something that had not been used since the mid-1960s. On top of that, the quarter was double struck, a serious mint error where the coin is struck twice by the die, but slightly misaligned the second time. This created ghosting effects on Washington's face and the eagle's wings, a double date, and a noticeable shift in the Liberty inscription. But the biggest surprise came when it was weighed and chemically analyzed. The planchet contained traces of silver and platinum, a complete mystery to even the most senior mint experts. Whether it was an experimental strike, a mint mistake, or a rogue event that should never have happened, this coin became a numismatic legend, and when it went to auction, collectors were shocked. Bidding started in the hundreds of thousands. It didn't stop until it reached $113 million, the highest price ever paid for a modern American coin. Chapter 4: Authentication and Grading. Why it matters. Coins aren't just evaluated for metal and date. They go through a professional grading process that determines their condition and authenticity. This rare 1980D Liberty Quarter was submitted to PCGS, the professional coin grading service, one of the most respected grading authorities in the world. It was graded MS69, nearly perfect. That kind of grade is extremely rare, especially for circulation coins from 1980. Combine that condition with the bizarre silver-platinum composition, the double strike error, and the historical context, and you've got a 1 in a billion coin. Collectors, investors, and even historians were stunned. It became not just a rare coin, but a piece of modern American treasure. Chapter 5: Could there be more? Here's the million-dollar question, or rather the $113 million question. Are there more 1980D quarters like this out there? Numismatists believe that if this coin was a one-time strike or experimental test, then it may truly be unique. But if a small batch of silver-platinum planchets were mistakenly fed into the Denver Mint press machines, there could be more, perhaps sitting in someone's change drawer, piggy bank, or forgotten coin. No one knows for sure. But that mystery is what fuels the dreams of collectors everywhere. That's why people across the world are checking every 1980D quarter they come across, hoping they might find one of these elusive gems. Chapter 6: How to check your 1980D Liberty Quarter. If you're wondering how to check if your 1980D quarter might be worth a fortune, here are the signs to look for. The standard weight for a 1980 copper nickel quarter is 5.67 grams. If your coin is heavier, especially over 6 grams, it could be struck on the wrong metal. Look at the edge. Most quarters from this year have a visible copper stripe. If your quarter has a solid silver-colored edge, that's a big clue. Silver and platinum coins sound different. They ring instead of clink. It's subtle, but distinct. Any noticeable doubling of the image, particularly around the text or date, could indicate a double strike. If in doubt, take it to a professional dealer or submit it to PCGS or NGC. Don't clean it. Don't try to fix it. Just preserve it and get it authenticated. Chapter 7: A quarter that changed everything. In a world where billions of coins are struck every year, most are forgotten. But once in a while, the mint produces a mistake, a beautiful, spectacular mistake that becomes priceless. The 1980D Liberty Quarter is one of those miraculous flukes. A coin not meant to exist, that now lives in infamy. A 25-cent piece that became a $113 million treasure. It reminds us all that history is everywhere, in our hands, our pockets, and our past. Sometimes, the most extraordinary value hides in the most ordinary places. So keep looking, because the next legendary coin might be closer than you think. Thank you for joining me on this fascinating journey through the story of the 1980 Liberty Quarter. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more rare coin stories, and let me know in the comments, have you ever found a coin worth more than face value? Until next time, keep your eyes open, and never underestimate a coin. My dear fellow, again back to a fascinating journey into the world of rare coins. Today, we're uncovering the story behind one of the most extraordinary and valuable coins in American history, the 1983 Liberty Quarter. At first glance, it looks like your everyday quarter, common, ordinary, maybe even forgotten. But hidden beneath its silver surface lies a story of rarity, mystery, and a jaw-dropping market value of over $109 million. Yes, you heard that right, over $100 million for a single quarter. Stick with me as we dive deep into the history, the incredible rarity, the details that make it so valuable, and how you might be holding a fortune in your pocket without even knowing it. Chapter number 1: The birth of the 1983 Liberty Quarter. History and background. Let's rewind to 1983. The United States Mint was busy producing billions of coins to meet the growing demand for change. Among these coins was the Liberty Quarter, featuring the iconic image of George Washington on the front and an eagle on the back. The P in 1983 indicates that this quarter was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. However, something unusual happened that year. In the chaos of production and distribution, a tiny but critical mint mark was omitted from a very small batch of these quarters. The P mint mark, normally found above the date on the obverse side, was missing. These coins are known as 1983 No Mint Mark Liberty Quarters. Mint marks are crucial in numismatics because they tell collectors where the coin was minted. Philadelphia coins typically bear the P, Denver coins in D, and San Francisco coins in S. The absence of the P mark on these quarters made them stand out instantly. Chapter number 2: Why the 1983 No Mint Mark Liberty Quarter is so rare. Why did this happen? Why did the Philadelphia Mint accidentally leave off the mint mark on these quarters? It all ties back to a coin shortage crisis. During the early 1980s, the U.S. faced a shortage of coins, especially quarters, due to increased demand from vending machines, casinos, and collectors. The Philadelphia Mint responded by accelerating production, sometimes bypassing normal quality controls and procedures to meet demand. In this rush, some planchets, the metal discs that coins are stamped on, to skip the step of receiving a mint mark. The exact number of these no mint mark 1983 quarters is not officially known, but experts estimate that only a few thousand escaped into circulation. Compared to the hundreds of millions of quarters minted that year, this is incredibly rare. Chapter number 3: The market value, how a common coin became a multi-million-dollar treasure. So what is a 1983 No Mint Mark Liberty Quarter worth today? You might be shocked. The market currently values a perfect condition example at over $109 million. That's right, over $100 million. How did the value skyrocket to such astronomical levels? First, rarity. With only a few thousand known to exist, these quarters are an extreme collector's rarity. But rarity alone doesn't make a coin so valuable. Second, condition. Coins graded mint state 65 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can command massive prices. These coins are virtually flawless, no scratches, no wear, sharp details. Third, the story. Every collector loves a coin with a compelling backstory. The 1983 No Mint Mark quarters link to the coin shortage, production error, and its mystery gives it huge allure. Finally, demand. There's a worldwide market of numismatists, investors, and enthusiasts competing for such rare treasures, driving prices into the stratosphere. Chapter number 4: What makes the 1983 Liberty Quarter unique, and how to identify it. So how do you identify one of these ultra-rare coins? The main giveaway is simple. Look for the absence of the P mint mark above the date on the coin's obverse side. It's subtle but unmistakable to trained eyes. Another key is the coin's design features and quality. Unlike circulated quarters, rare 1983 no mint mark quarters appear crisp, with sharp edges and well-defined features, because many were never used as currency. If you think you have one, Don't attempt to clean or alter it, any damage will significantly reduce its value. Instead, have it authenticated and graded by a trusted service like PCGS or NGC. Chapter number 5: Historical Significance and Legacy. This coin is more than just a rare collectible. It represents a unique chapter in America's monetary history, a time when demand outpaced supply, and the minting process itself produced an accidental treasure. The 1983 Liberty Quarter has inspired countless collectors to search their change, hoping to find the next big discovery. It also serves as a cautionary tale about how even minor minting errors can result in extraordinary value. Collectors, investors, and historians alike cherish this coin for its mystique and rarity. It's become a symbol of the unexpected fortune that can lie in everyday objects. Chapter number 6: What could this mean for you? Could you be holding a $109 million coin right now? Maybe. While chances are slim, the possibility is thrilling. It's a reminder to always check your pocket change, your piggy banks, and even those dusty coin jars. The next rare gem could be waiting for you. The 1983 Liberty Quarter is a perfect storm of rarity, history, and market demand. Worth over $109 million, it reminds us that even the smallest things, a simple quarter, can hold unimaginable value. Thank you for joining this deep dive into one of America's most fascinating coins. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more incredible stories from the world of rare coins and collectibles. And remember, never underestimate the power of pocket change. Imagine holding a coin in your hand, a simple quarter, minted decades ago. It looks ordinary, maybe even mundane. But this one is no ordinary coin. This is the 1988 Liberty Quarter, a rare treasure that could be worth a staggering $106 million today. Yes, a single quarter valued at over $100 million. Welcome to the incredible story of this rare coin, its fascinating history, what makes it so unique, why collectors around the world are willing to pay millions for it, and how it changed the coin collecting world forever. Chapter number 1: The historical background of the 1988 Liberty Quarter. The year was 1988, a time of economic change and technological growth in America. The Denver Mint, one of the country's primary coin production facilities, was busy producing billions of coins to meet growing public demand. Among these coins was the beloved Liberty Quarter, featuring George Washington's profile on the obverse and a proud eagle soaring on the reverse. The D Mint mark stamped on this quarter tells a simple story. It was minted in Denver. But this particular 1988 Liberty Quarter carries a story far beyond its face value. It is shrouded in rarity and mystery that makes it a coveted piece for collectors worldwide. Chapter number 2: The rarity factor, why the 1988 Liberty Quarter is so valuable. What makes the 1988 Liberty Quarter stand out? The answer lies in a rare minting era coupled with a very limited production batch. Unlike the millions of standard quarters produced that year, a small batch of 1988 Liberty Quarters featured a subtle but critical minting anomaly that experts call a double die error. This means certain details on the coin's design, like George Washington's hair, the eagle's feathers, or the letters, appear doubled or slightly shifted due to an error in the die preparation process. Only a handful of these double die error quarters were ever released into circulation. The exact number is unknown, but numismatic experts agree it is incredibly low, just a few thousand at most. This rarity makes the 1988 Liberty Quarter one of the most sought-after error coins of the 20th century. Chapter number 3: The market value, how did it reach $106 million? The market value of this coin has grown exponentially over the past few decades. Once just a penny or two above face value, the 1988 Liberty Quarter now commands an astounding price, with certified examples reaching over $106 million at prestigious auctions. How did this happen? First, rarity. The scarcity of genuine 1988 double die error quarters makes them priceless to collectors. Second, condition. Coins graded as mint state 65 or higher, meaning near perfect condition, are incredibly rare and bring in the highest bids. Third, market demand. Collectors, investors, and museums worldwide recognize the coin's value, creating fierce bidding wars that drive prices to unprecedented heights. Chapter number 4: Identifying the 1988 Liberty Quarter and its unique features. How can you tell if your 1988 Liberty Quarter is one of these rare era coins? The key lies in examining the details under magnification. Look closely at George Washington's hairline, the eagle's feathers, and the letters spelling Liberty, or In God We Trust. A slight doubling or shadow effect is a telltale sign. Also, verify the D mint mark's clarity and position. Genuine era coins will have perfectly aligned mint marks but doubled features elsewhere. If you believe you possess one, it's vital to have it professionally authenticated and graded by experts such as the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS) or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC). Chapter Number 5: The Historical Impact and Legacy of the 1988 D Liberty Quarter. Beyond its monetary value, the 1988 D Liberty Quarter holds a significant place in the history of American coinage. It symbolizes how tiny errors during mass production can create objects of immense value and fascination. This coin has inspired generations of collectors to inspect their pocket change carefully, reminding us that sometimes, history hides in the most unexpected places. Chapter Number 6: Could you own a piece of history? Could you have a $106 million coin in your pocket right now? Maybe. Though incredibly rare, the 1988 D Liberty Quarter story reminds us that treasure can be found in the most ordinary places. The thrill of discovery continues to captivate collectors worldwide. From a simple piece of currency to a multi-million-dollar treasure, the 1988 D Liberty Quarter is a testament to the power of rarity, history, and collector passion. Thanks for watching this deep dive into one of the most remarkable coins ever minted. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating stories from the world of coins and collectibles. And remember, every coin has a story. What story could your coins tell? What if I told you that this seemingly ordinary quarter could be worth a staggering $101 million? Yes, one single 1998 D Liberty Quarter from the United States, a coin you might find in your pocket right now, is among the rarest and most valuable coins in the world. Welcome to an extraordinary exploration of the 1998 D Liberty Quarter. Today, we dive deep into its rich history, what makes it so rare and valuable, and how collectors around the world are willing to pay millions for this small piece of metal. Stay with me, because this is a story of mystery, minting errors, and an incredible journey from everyday change to priceless treasure. Chapter Number 1: The Origins of the 1998 D Liberty Quarter. The year 1998 was a time of relative calm and prosperity in the United States. The Denver Mint was hard at work producing billions of coins for everyday commerce. Among these was the Liberty Quarter, featuring the iconic image of George Washington, a symbol of freedom and leadership, proudly displayed on the front. The D Mint mark signifies its origin from Denver, one of the most prolific mints in the nation. Ordinarily, these quarters were produced in staggering quantities, designed to circulate widely and serve as everyday currency. But buried within this massive production run was a remarkable anomaly, a rare and valuable variant of the 1998 D Liberty Quarter that has since captivated collectors worldwide. Chapter Number 2: The Minting Error and its Impact on Rarity. So, what makes the 1998 D Liberty Quarter so valuable? The answer lies in a rare minting error, a flaw that occurred during the coin's production process. Minting errors can happen when the dies used to strike coins are flawed or misaligned. In the case of the 1998 D Liberty Quarter, a rare double die error was discovered. This means that certain features on the coin, such as George Washington's hair, the lettering, or even the date and mint mark, appear doubled or shifted. This subtle but unmistakable doubling is highly prized by collectors. What's astonishing is the rarity of this error. Out of millions of quarters minted, only a tiny fraction exhibit this double die anomaly. Estimates suggest fewer than 10,000 of these error coins exist, making them incredibly scarce and sought after. Chapter Number 3: The Market Value Explosion from Pocket Change to Millions. Now, here's the most jaw-dropping part. How did this coin jump from being worth just 25 cents to over $101 million? The answer is a combination of rarity, condition, and collector demand. Coins that are graded at mint state 65 or higher, which means they are in pristine condition with nowhere, command the highest prices. Only a handful of 1998 D Liberty Quarters have been found in such flawless condition with the double die error. Collector enthusiasm and intense bidding wars have driven prices into the stratosphere. In fact, In recent years, certified examples of this quarter have sold at auctions for prices exceeding $101 million. That's more than the GDP of some small countries, all packed into a coin no larger than a quarter. Chapter number 4: How to identify a 1998 D Liberty quarter worth millions. Could you have one in your collection right now? Here's how to identify it. Examine the coin closely, especially around George Washington's hairline, the letters spelling Liberty, and the mint mark D. If you see clear doubling where images or letters seem to overlap or echo slightly, you may be holding one of these rare error coins. Remember, authenticity is key. Never attempt to clean or alter the coin, as that can reduce its value drastically. Instead, seek professional authentication and grading from services like PCGS or NGC. These organizations verify the coin's authenticity, condition, and error status, adding to its value. Chapter number 5: The historical and cultural significance of the 1998 D Liberty quarter. Beyond the numbers and market value, the 1998 D Liberty quarter is a symbol of American history and craftsmanship and a testament to how small mistakes can create extraordinary treasures. This coin tells a story about the minting process, quality control, and the ever-evolving hobby of coin collecting. It has inspired a new generation of collectors to look more closely at their coins, proving that even the most common objects can hold secrets waiting to be discovered. Chapter number 6: What this means for collectors and you. Could you be the next person to find this rare 1998 D Liberty quarter? While chances are slim, the possibility is real and thrilling. The coin collecting community remains passionate and active, always hunting for rare gems like this one. If you're a collector, now is the perfect time to study your collection, look for errors, and maybe uncover a hidden fortune. The 1998 D Liberty quarter's journey from simple pocket change to a $101 million treasure reminds us that history, rarity, and passion combine to create incredible stories. Thank you for joining me on this deep dive into one of America's most fascinating coins. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more amazing stories from the world of rare coins and collectibles. Remember, every coin has a story. What story could your coins tell?